Tell me about your process, your ritual, how you are able to come up with these stream of conscious riffs.
I started getting into this idea of flow states because I read this article that talked about doing brain scans on freestyle rappers when they were improvising. And then they did brain scans on them when they were reciting memorized lyrics. And what the studies found, a part of the brain that is responsible for our self-editing, our sense of self-consciousness, that part goes dim during the freestyle. So essentially, you're getting out of your own way. It's like that line in Black Swan that says perfection is not just about control, it's also about letting go. So I can have all my notes and my thoughts and my ideas and this and that, but then I go for the walk. I go into the woods, I go to Sea Ranch, California, I go to Big Sur, I go to some park. And just the stroll and the disconnection from distraction gets your brain daydreaming. When you're in daydreaming mode, you start to do a little bit of the lateral thinking. So you start connecting this to that to this, and you start to go through the aha moments. And if you are lucky enough to have the camera around, you're capturing that real-time flow. It's creativity happening in real time. I mean, it literally feels like channeling. So for me, I figured out how to create my flow state. And the results tend to be these riffs that people really love, and they're like, what? There was no script? That was a completely extemporaneous stream of consciousness. I'm normally kind of an introvert and kind of shy in most social situations. But if the conditions are right, like a flame, it emerges.
Can you describe how it feels to be in that state?
It feels like unbelievable lucidity, instant recall. You know, just this capacity to explain what you're feeling and what you're thinking effortlessly.
Do we love harder? Do we squeeze tighter?
You just feel your best and you perform your best.
The minute you choose one thing, you've effectively said no to everything else. And there's a gnawing anxiety in realizing that you can't possibly have it all.
I'm like a reality hacker. I'm like literally hacking my ontological reality. And I'm studying how to trigger certain moods and modalities, and I'm literally playing with my consciousness so that I can feel how I want to feel when I want to feel it as often as possible.
How important is this ritual of achieving that flow state?
Hugely important. You are building the foundations for something magical to happen. The ritual is as important as chopping the wood and making sure it's dry before you light the fire. It's providing the necessary ingredients for your cognitive salad. It's very, 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 very important. Almost, I would say that it's everything.